All right, let's talk about something that's on everyone's mind if you're running a nonprofit or a sports club in Trinidad and Tobago. Funding. We're going to break down exactly what you need to do to go from struggling for cash to getting the sponsorship you deserve.
You know the feeling, right? You've got this incredible mission, people who are passionate about what you do, and a real need in your community. But when you try to get the money to make it all happen, you just hit a brick wall. It's honestly one of the most frustrating things.
But here's the thing. There's a secret that the really successful organizations have figured out. Getting funding isn't just about having a great cause. It's about proving you're a serious, credible, and professional partner. So the key to unlocking all those grants and sponsorships, it's all about getting your organizational house in order before you even think about asking for a single dollar.
So let's turn this funding challenge into your success story. In this explainer, we're going to give you a clear, step-by-step roadmap to get you ready to stand in front of any funder with total confidence.
Okay, so where do we begin? First things first, and this is absolutely foundational. You have to prove your organization is a legitimate, legal entity that's authorized to operate. Seriously, without this legal groundwork, nothing else really matters to a potential funder.
Now, for most nonprofits in Trinidad and Tobago, the structure you're going to hear about most is a company limited by guarantee. It's the most common and recognized way to set things up. But hey, it's not the only way. You might see community clubs register as a society, or some organizations might even be set up as a trust.
And with that legal structure comes some paperwork that is, well, completely non-negotiable. You're going to need your certificate of incorporation, you need to show you're filing your annual returns, and you need a valid BIR file number, from the Board of Inland Revenue. But listen up, the real golden ticket on this list, that letter of tax exemption. That's one of the very first things a major donor is going to ask for.
All right, so you've proven you're legal. Check. The very next step is proving you can be trusted with the funder's money. This is all about showing you have solid financial governance and that you're totally transparent.
And this leads us to a rule that is so simple but so critical. Never, ever, ever use a personal bank account for your organization's money. You absolutely must have a dedicated business bank account in the organization's name. For any serious funder, seeing personal and organizational money mixed together is a massive red flag. It just screams a lack of financial discipline.
Now, if you really want to step up your game and show you're serious, let's talk about the gold standard of financial credibility, annual audited financial statements. Look, for smaller grants, you might get away with less formal records, but pretty much all major funders, we're talking government agencies, international bodies, they will want to see financials signed off by a certified auditor. It is the ultimate proof that you take their money seriously.
Of course, credibility isn't just about the bank account. It's about your impact, right? You need to build your story, your track record. That means having a crystal clear mission, documenting everything you achieve, gathering powerful testimonials from people you've helped, and proudly showing off a list of your past partners. This is what paints the full picture of what you can do.
And speaking of proving your capacity, especially when you're going after government funding, there is one document that's almost always mandatory, a valid tax clearance certificate from the BIR. So many groups stumble on this. Get it early and make sure you keep it up to date.
Okay, so you've done all the prep work, your house is officially in order, now it's time to shift from preparation to action. It's time to master the art of the ask. And the most important thing to know here is that this is not a one-size-fits-all game. You have to know who you're talking to. See, different funders care about different things. The government, they're all about compliance and official affiliations, which is why that tax clearance certificate is so important. Corporate sponsors, on the other hand, they're thinking about brand alignment and what they get out of it. So you need a slick professional proposal. And those international foundations, they are often the toughest. They want to see strong governance and hard data, which means those audited financials are an absolute must.
So, where do you even begin? I know, it can feel like a lot to take in. That's exactly why we've boiled this whole process down into a clear, simple, actionable checklist to get you started, like today.
Here it is, your 7-step plan to becoming funder ready. Just work through this list one by one. Get incorporated, get that all-important BIR exemption letter, and open that business bank account. Then get your governing documents in place, keep perfect records, and build your professional profile. And hey, for all the sports clubs out there, that last one is for you. Make sure your affiliation with your national governing body, or NGB, is current. This is your roadmap.
Because, when you strip it all away, this is the real goal. It isn't just about ticking boxes or collecting documents.
It's about transforming your organization into a credible, trustworthy, and professional partner that any funder would be genuinely excited to support.
So the real work starts now. Once you follow these steps, your house will be in perfect order, and the only question left to answer is, who are you going to invite in first?